Tjena hörni och välkommen till den första Reagerar-videon det här året. Efter jag spelade Minecraft typ 4 gånger. Så jag hade tänkt att ta en liten paus på Minecraft för en liten tag. För att jag kan göra något annat, inte bara göra Let's Plays hela tiden. Så jag tänkte redigera en liten video idag. Och just det, jag kommer redigera 2 stycken svenska videos i den här helgen. En idag och en imorgon. För imorgon kommer vi säkert en jättelång video. Det lovar jag. Så den första videon tänker vi kolla på en snubbe som jag inte kollat i skitlänge. Någon som heter DexTheSwede. Jag har reagerat honom tidigare då, tror jag. Men det är jävligt länge sedan jag sett honom dock. Så han heter Simon egentligen och han... jag minns att han är ganska jätteroligt faktiskt. Så jag tänker reagera hans snack om spel Overwatch. Och vad tar den spel? Den tänker jag köpa... Den kommer jag garantera köra på min kanal någon dag. Men det får vi i alla fall se om det kommer hända. Jag lovar inte, men det kanske kommer hända. Så... lite hostig lite grann, men ingen corona i alla fall. Så vi kan bara sätta igång. Men om ni vill gärna se nästa video imorgon, då tryck på prenumeratknappen och definitivt trycka på klockan för att ni kommer se nästa video imorgon. Så det ska ni få se. Men i alla fall, vi bara sätter igång. What the fuck? Är det tanke? Vänta, va? Okej. Är det julmust? Är den i hund? Jävlar, en massa spel. Det är mest inte ens 64 där. Den här Pokémon Stadium där och Perfect Dark ser jag. Overwatch. Simon Mattsson. Okej, så det är han heter. Herregud. Alltså det är länge sedan jag sett honom faktiskt. Lite hög. Kan sätta på text. Det är engelsk text men det gör inget.
What can be said about Overwatch? It's only been out for a little over a year and it's still as strong as it was back when it first came out. With a vast variety of different characters and abilities, this game is as fun as playing the piano with your stupid ass head. The game was developed and published by the one company you can't help but to have a love-hate relationship with, Reagerar Entertainment. And seeing how their usual focus were on role-playing games and other strategy games...
Just det, de gör mest RPG-liknande som till exempel World of Warcraft och whatever, men de har aldrig gjort det. Jag tror det var Remain av en annan spel som jag kommer inte ihåg namnet på, men jag vet bara se det dåliga fakta.
Never made an FPS game in all of their fucking lives. Overwatch would be the first one to
Nej,
that made people...
Except de gjorde platformers för länge sedan. Alltså, de hade något annat för länge sedan och de gjorde typ en racing-spel. Det var det jag tänkte säga, men ja.
Skeptical and thought, yeah, right, as if they can make a good FPS game. But then Blizzard was like, boom, shakalaka, fuck you! You fucking love this game now. It became a hit, and there are still millions of people playing it now, and people are still getting hyped over every little update for the game, especially when a new character gets announced. Seriously, it's like Smash Brothers all over again. I don't really talk about games that are still relatively new, but I really like this game, and a lot of people wanted me to talk about it, so...
Okay.
I'm granting your wish!
No shit.
To Overwatch, a fairly simple and, should I say, casual multiplayer shooter. But unlike your stupid-ass Call of Duty and Battlefield games, this game takes some inspiration from the successful Team Fortress 2 with different classes, maps, modes, and funny, likable characters. But Overwatch grabs all these elements and expands on pretty much everything. Not saying that it's completely original.
Jag kommer garanterat köra till Team Fortress 2 någon dag, men jag tänker skaffa det. Jag pratar jävligt mycket. Vi bara reagerar videon och jag orkar inte kommentera så mycket.
It's fucking nuts. Normally there are 2 teams consisting of 6 players
Okay.
each, and you will either be in the team that attacks or the one that defends. And from there, you choose the character you want to play as.
Många cosplayers här.
If you're the last one to pick a character, you most likely end up playing as a healer or something. God damn it. The game modes are quite simple. The attacking team has to complete a certain objective, while the other team tries to stop them.
Okay.
It's like Escort, where one team has to push a payload to the end, while the other team tries to stop them. Then we got Hybrid, where you have to take control of an area first and then push a payload to the end. There is Assault, where you have to take over 2 control points in order to win, and then we've got Control, also known as King of the Hill to players, where your team
King of the
tries to
Hill?
hold control over a series of areas until you
Okay,
reach 100% climax.
Okay.
The maps also
What the-
takes place in different parts of the world, like England, Japan, China, Germany, Hollywood. You'll probably end up disliking one.
Really?
For me, it's the King of the Hill maps because they take too fucking long. But I'm pretty
Okay.
sure you'll have a grand old time. But if you are angry, bitter, and just a downright pessimistic person, then don't you ever show your face in a competitive game. We don't need people like you, I swear to fucking God.
Why is our team so fucking bad?
Alright,
Okay.
let's play the game now, shall we?
Hej, det är inte samma hörde som jag hade för länge sedan. Ska den ladda så där länge? Nej, säg inte det.
Now there are 2 ways
Wow.
to play Overwatch. There is competitive play, which is for serious players who tries to build up a rank and tries to get as high as possible. Haha, we jokes. Each time you win a match, you will gain a certain amount of skill rating, and if you lose, you will, you guessed it, lose skill rating. Or absolutely nothing happens if it's a draw. The rank you get depends on how much skill rating you have, so you'll be placed in whatever rank fits you. But if you feel like you deserve better, then go and win some more matches, you idiot. The only odd thing here is that this game has something called competitive seasons, meaning that they'll have one season in the span of 2 or 3 months, and your rank will be stuck together with that season. So when the next season comes around, you're in a new rank that determines your skill for that exact season. Sounds good? No? I still haven't found the game, by the way. One thing about competitive is that since a rank is at stake, you get more serious in trying to win and won't accept ending up in the same team as trolls. Not just the trolls, but if you just happen to have one unlucky game in general where things really aren't going your way, there might be some quarrels with your teammates, especially if you're solo queuing.
Okej. Vad håller du på? Vad gör du? Vad gör du?
Quick play, which is the quote-unquote casual way of playing the game.
Herregud, det var
Skills don't really matter. It's simply just for funsies. And it's a good way to practice heroes you want to be good with. Widowmaker is so cool. There is also a newly added arcade where you can play arena-like matches where your only objective is to kill everyone. We've got 1 versus 1, 3 versus 3, or a mode where you get a random hero and shit. And we've also got the All Brawls mode, where the game sets you up in a weird event-like match. Paras and Mercies are flying! Let's talk about the characters. Overwatch's got a vast variety of different characters with different abilities, and they're all divided into 4 different roles. Offense, defense, tank, and soup. Offense, also known as damage dealers, or DPS. They do exactly what their name suggests. They deal damage. No. Their job is to deal as much damage to enemies as possible if they're not competent enough to actually kill them. And seeing how everyone and their uncles wants to play as them instead of something else, you can rest assured that your teammates are confident enough to take on the role as a damage dealer. Or not. Defense, also known as Please Pick May. Their job is not much different from the offense heroes, but they play a more safer role, while keeping their distance and creating obstacles for the
En jävla konstig grej som players kallar. Jävla konstigt.
team like little shits. You either set shit up or snipe them from a distance, and you'll most likely get told by your teammates to switch to an actual damage dealer. I don't wanna. Tanks! Not an actual tank, but an actual beefy motherfucker. Their job
En beefy motherfucker?
is to eat up all the damage with their huge stack of health points. Setting up shields and barriers.
Okej.
Caring about your
Okej, det var roligt, det var roligt.
By the way, these guys can take a beating. But be careful, if a tank dies, that gives the enemy team a big opportunity to storm in and wreck your shit. And last but not stupid, support. These guys give out, well, support to their teammates. The biggest support being heal. If those poor sods you call teammates get the owie bowies, then it's your job to heal them. Now, healing is not the only thing you get to do as a support. Depending on who you play as, you'll get to boost your allies in all sorts of ways. like speed boosts, debuff enemies.
That's pretty that's pretty så jävla galet.
Just make sure everybody stays alive. And never
What?
let your healer die. They're the ones keeping you alive. So try and do the same, okay? Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that we can all
See
agree
you.
on something. So, who can you play as? Well, we've got a huge selection. So, here we have
Okay.
Genji, a cyborg ninja with Naruto stars and a sword who is basically every weebo's weapon.
Naruto.
McCree, a revolver-wielding cowboy.
En fun fact jag hade märkt. Den snubben som är McCreed. Det är samma snubbe som spelar dock... Vad är den tredje? Jojo? Jag kommer inte ihåg så mycket, men... jag menar på lite fun fact där, men... Ja, men nu räcker det nu.
To be a cowboy in the near future. Farah, a rocket-firing Gundam fan. Reagerar, the edgiest
Gundam
edge
fan?
with an edgy voice. Soldier 76, do you like Call of Duty? Then this guy is perfect for you. It even comes with an auto-aim feature. Tracer,
Okay.
the face of Overwatch, a blinking, teleporting, time-traveling, annoying little shit. Sombra, the latest addition to Overwatch. As if Tracer wasn't annoying enough, this bitch sneaks up behind you and makes sure that you aren't allowed to play the game. Bastion, the one character everyone wanted to play in the beta, but now hates it when other people want to play him. Hanzo, the brother of Genji, a bow wielder with two fat-ass dragons. Junkrat,
Okay.
balls are flying. May, no. Fuck off! Widowmaker,
What?
sniper from Team Fortress 2. Torbjörn, engineer from
Torbjörn?
Diva, a professional star.
Du har en svensk player här!
That's her lore.
Jag menar svensk karaktär menar jag.
Two of all games would still be popular 60 years in the future. What the fuck? Reinhardt, World of Warcraft guy. Roadhog, Pudge from Dota. Winston, if you're still calling him Harambe, then I hope you have a painful death. Zarya, Russian beef. Anna,
Russian beef.
Lucio, what the fuck is this design? Mercy, Krankensvesta. Senjata,
What?
balls are flying again. And Symmetra, honestly, just like a fucking fly. She refused to disappear. All these characters are from different countries across the world, like Torbjörn, for example. He is from my homeland, Sweden.
Alltså jag visste inte det.
Although this was probably the closest they could get to nail the accent, so it's all fine and well to me. Plus, he's from Gothenburg.
Va?
It's actually kind of close. Göteborg.
Göteborg.
Because of the way they play, but they've all got their own background stories. They do show tits and bits of their origins and events during their cinematic trailers, and all of it is interesting. The characters are interesting. There are a lot of butts. It's not like in Dota 2 where you're like, oh, what's your name? Your name is Doom. Alright, what's your story? I don't fucking care. The characters in Overwatch got personality. They're funny and entertaining. Now, a normal match of Overwatch has a lot going on in it. By the looks of it, it looks extremely stressful and chaotic, and yeah, it's sort of true. You gotta keep track of your objectives.
Jag gillar han med olika random ljudeffekter.
Also making sure that your teammates aren't getting their shit beaten out of them. It's kinda chaotic. Protect me, I'm your healer!
Vad hände där?
It's up to you, of course, to make sure that you play that part.
Alltså det här blir så jävla galet igen måste jag säga.
Setup is what I would like to call the triple two setup, where your team has 2 damage dealers, 2 tanks, and 2 healers. But every once in a while, you'll end up in a team where every fucking face wants to play as a damage dealer.
Just
And
Joker.
now then
Just
they're
Joker.
wanting to switch over to any other role to balance things out. That's when the shitstorm starts happening.
Can you switch to a fucking healer?
What the fuck?
I know I have to
What the
switch.
what?
Because I've been playing healer for the past 5 matches. I'm sick and tired of it. Well, how about you go and kill yourself, you little shit? You would like here and suck my big fat mustache.
But
What?
to be honest, the teammates in this game are often
Jag har
possible.
ingen fråga där
The
alls.
community is not as toxic as other online games. They're all trying to help each other out and try
Oh,
to find
herregud.
abilities in order to kill their opponents, and some of the time, people even compliment each other a lot.
What's up, Hanzo?
And that is a huge surprise to me. Trust me, I've played MOBA games for 5 years. I know how fucking toxic the communities can be. Yay! I got
Okay.
to play out the game because I pressed a button and then my thing flew towards the enemies and then BAM! I am the best. Thank you. Thank you.
What the what?
Oh, I don't know what to say. It's unbelievable.
Okej.
Family, my friends, my teammates, the Q button, and
What?
wow, it's unbelievable. But why do I deserve this? No, seriously. This is stupid. You're all stupid. So how is the gameplay? Well, it's an FPS, and we've all seen too many of those nowadays, am I right? You've got your primary fire and sometimes a secondary fire and 2 or 3 more abilities depending on what character you play as. But your best ability is the so-called ultimate. At the bottom of your screen you can see a nice little circle that's charging up over time, and it will charge up even faster the more you deal damage. And once it's at 100%, BAM! It's one shitfest of a party. The thing that I really like about this game is that there are just so many different ways to play it, considering that there are so many different characters with different abilities that I've explained this already. Shut up, Dan. I suppose the best way I can explain this is that it's kind of a mix between Team Fortress 2 and Dota. And for those who still have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, is that no character plays the same. A whole game could change depending on which character you play as and what your teammates play as. And unlike Dota or League of Legends, you can swap to a different character in the middle of the match if you feel like it's needed. Or if your teammates thinks it's needed.
Take Lucio, dude. You need to speed boost out of the. Oh, you need to speed boost us out of the main, dude.
Of course, you have to wait like a minute before the match starts, so you're pretty much stuck in your spawn room breaking everything you see that is breakable and just causing chaos in general. Because why the hell not? Or you can show off your stupid ass emotes. Speaking of, every time you gain a level, you'll get a loot box that you can open where you can receive all kinds of goody good goods. Everything from skins, emotes, sprays, voice lines, and a bag of cheese doodles. But if you're like me, you decide to spend too much money on buying loot boxes instead, chances are that you'll end up getting a bunch of duplicates the more loot boxes you open. But hey, I got a lot of shit. And it's still not enough. I want more cheese doodles, damn it! I honestly thought
Verkar som det inte bara är som gillar ostbågar.
I'm still playing it, and out of all the different online games that I've played, I've had the most fun with this one. The gameplay has a really great flow, it's not too hard to get into, and the game has a lot to offer in general. The game's got interesting enough characters that people would even like to see a movie based on this game, which I doubt is gonna happen, but well, you know. But just seeing how people look at this game in this
Eller kanske vänta många år tidigare. Eller kan vänta många år senare. Ni vet.
way people look at Smash Brothers, for example, is really interesting to me. People are still talking about it, still playing it, and whenever they announce the teeniest little updates,
många fortfarande kör det spelet.
Keep in mind that I believe that as long as Blizzard treats this game well, I don't see Overwatch disappearing anytime soon. I'll still be playing it, and I'm pretty sure you will too. Unless you're weird. I would recommend this game in a heartbeat if you haven't played it already. Are you looking for an online multiplayer shooter game? Then Overwatch is definitely a good place to start. Oh well, I'm going to go and play some more matches. See you next time!
Well,
hey guys, how's it going?
Väl, det var det för idag. Men så måste jag verkligen reagera igen för att jag har inte kunnat snurra så jättelänge. Men i alla fall, men vi ses i alla fall imorgon. Och imorgon kommer bli lite mer kända personer. Det här kommer ni få se. Det är inte Mårten den här gången, jag lovar. Men tryck på prenumerant-knappen om ni vill gärna se mer react-videos för att jag måste ta lite lugnt på Let's Plays nu. Men i alla fall, vi ses imorgon. Ha en bra dag. Och ha en bra sportdag också. Hej!